So the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer has officially hit the internet and everybody loves it. Let's talk about it here. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys want to talk about movies, join me. Come on, let's go. Let's talk about movies. Today's movie in particular, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. This is a highly anticipated film for me. After Spider-Man Brand New Day, Spider-Man No Way Home left off where it left off. I was really curious on what the tone of the movie following it was going to be. We had Destin Daniel Cretton stepping in the director's chair. He was originally supposed to do Avengers Kang Dynasty, and he stepped in for Spider-Man Brand New Day after John Watts left the project. Now we have a brand new, no pun intended, brand new Spider-Man, and we're picking up on a brand new Spider-Man story. Let's talk about this trailer. I love the trailer so much, and I just want to get right into it. This is not even scripted. I just really want to talk about the trailer. The trailer was fantastic. I thought that the trailer perfectly conveyed the kind of tone that they're trying to jump to because, like I said, Spider-Man No Way Home left off Peter in a kind of depressive state, right? Aunt May is dead. His friends and his girlfriend, they don't know him. They don't remember him. Nobody remembers who Peter Parker is. And we left off with him just, deciding not to tell MJ and Ned what actually happened, and instead he decided to just jump into the life of being Spider-Man and kind of neglecting Peter Parker, which is a thing that he does in the comic books, a thing that he's done in the original Spider-Man movies, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. This is Spider-Man. Now, it really does feel a lot like Spider-Man again, because let's be honest, the first three, while they were really good, I thought that wasn't necessarily Spider-Man. We were building to Spider-Man, and this is the culmination of his arc that he went through in the first three movies. Don't get me wrong. I love those first three movies. However, I was really hoping to get to the point where it looks like we are now, and which is a more adult Peter Parker who's dealing with stuff like rent, being broke. We want a depressed Spider-Man, man. This is peak Spider-Man, where he is just so sad, so depressed, but he puts that mask on and he is Spider-Man. So I feel like that's what we're going to be getting into here, and a lot of you guys seem to be enjoying that as well. Now, we got to talk a little bit about the plot details too, because there are some things that are a little bit newer. We all wanted kind of a street level story, right? We are getting Bruce Banner. We're getting the Hulk in this film. We're getting the Punisher. So it's not going to be necessarily super street level to the point where it doesn't even feel like an MCU movie, but it does feel like a Spider-Man movie. All of the characters that you see here are Spider-Man related. I mean, you got, I believe it was Tarantula in there, Boomerang, Scorpion, Tombstone is going to be in there. And then, Punisher is technically Spider-Man related as well. I mean, in the comics, they did a lot of Spider-Man Punisher stuff. Maybe we might see Daredevil, who knows, man. So I think this is as street level as possible, and keeping the connective tissue in the MCU. Man, I'm just so excited. You have a couple shots in here with Punisher and Spider-Man kind of fighting and bickering back and forth. I love that dynamic, but also you just get a bunch of insight on what Peter Parker is going through in his life. He's going to a party and he's watching MJ from afar, basically flirting with a dude, or that might be the boyfriend, I don't know, but he's got to watch. He can't say anything because he doesn't know them. And you also see MJ and Ned kind of watching on the TV what's going on with Spider-Man on the news, right? And I feel like they kind of feel that connection because they do have connection, right? You got to remember, the spell was that everybody forgot who Peter Parker was, not Spider-Man. So Spider-Man saved MJ, Spider-Man saved Ned, right? They worked with Spider-Man. They'll delve deeper into, the specifics of it, because let's be honest, No Way Home didn't really kind of draw things out. They didn't really spell things out for us on how exactly that worked. Like, hey, how does Peter Parker get a driver's license? How does Peter Parker enroll into college without like an ID, without a birth certificate? I mean, does his birth certificate change? Because nobody knows who Peter Parker is. So does that include documentation, all that other stuff? You know, we've been talking about that for like the last 4 years, right? Of just essentially what happens to Peter Parker if everybody forgets Peter Parker. And I think that we're going to be getting a lot of those answers here in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So some more stuff. You also get our first look at Scorpion. Scorpion has been teased ever since the first Spider-Man movie back in 2017. We're finally getting him. I don't think that he's going to be the main villain. I think this is going to be kind of like a amalgamation of a bunch of different villains, you know, kind of street level villains. And there's like some kind of conspiracy going on. And maybe that's what the true threat is. We'll find that out later. Maybe the true threat is damage control. I don't know. Bruce Banner. He's not the Hulk. He's not Professor Hulk anymore. He's just Bruce Banner. And yeah, that doesn't make any sense, but whatever, we're gonna go with it. We didn't even want Professor Hulk, Smart Hulk anymore in the first place, so can't complain there. They will probably touch on some of these things, but the main thing that I wanted to talk about, because he is going to Dr. Banner to talk about why he's going through some changes, right? We're getting that kind of Tobey Maguire, oh, what's happening to my body kind of change. And I think that's really cool because, you know, the first trilogy and Spider-Man, the MCU in general, was kind of, again, to use the word, an amalgamation of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Like, you have some of the similarities from both of them, but they're kind of just meshed together. And it looks like we're getting organic webbing now. So in this universe, it just seems like Spider-Man is evolving a little bit later than he did in Tobey Maguire's. And in Andrew Garfield's, he didn't have that, right? So in this one, I like that we're having a bunch of callbacks to both Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, because it feels like, okay, cool, we know what came before. We're not fully following everything, but we're putting everything together because that's what we've seen on the screen with Spider-Man before. And I think it's going to be very interesting. A lot of people are theorizing that Man Spider is going to be a thing. He's going to transform into Man Spider here. I don't know if they do that, but if they do, that would be pretty sick. Also, guys, before we move on, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section. And hey, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing a lot of videos like this. 2026 is going to be an absolutely stacked movie year. So I'm going to be here to cover a lot of it. I can't cover all of it, okay, because I got a life, okay? But I want to do this full time, and I want to talk about movies full time. So if you guys reciprocate that love, then the movie videos will keep coming. So yeah, thank you. All right, let's get back to the Spider-Man trailer. You see a lot of stuff, right? You see what it looks like to be a back shot pause of Jean Grey. You see, you know, some swinging scenes from Spider-Man, and everything just looks great, man. A lot of people were saying that the Spider-Man movement, like, you know how we had like the kind of teasers and stuff, the 1 second teasers, a lot of people were saying it looked AI. I don't believe that at all. And I'll say this, yeah, sure, you could say that now, but you have it reversed if you say it's AI, because AI has gotten so good that it learns from actual CGI. Spider-Man has been looking like this. The CGI has been looking like that since 2017. You know, so I don't know how you can say that it looks AI. Anyway, that's besides the point. Whatever you think, whatever. I think that the swinging scenes look immaculate. We haven't seen a lot of them, but everything to do with the swinging scenes that we saw in the trailer look immaculate. You know, you see a lot of like the Amazing Fantasy cover. You see like him and Tarantula and Boomerang and him. We're going to get into that in a little bit, but basically like those kind of trailers or those kind of scenes, those do look quote unquote AI, but I think it's a stylistic choice. Mainly due to the fact that is probably just a montage scene and he's like kind of recapping what he's been through. If you guys know Spider-Man 4, the concept art or the storyboards, it kind of had Tobey Maguire going through his daily life, like in a montage scene, just fighting like B-list villains. He captured Mysterio, and then I think Rhino was in there or something like that. I forget. You can look it up and fact check me. But yeah, I think it's one of those where it's just a montage scene, and it's supposed to look, you know, kind of. I don't know if it's supposed to look, but I think it's just a montage scene. I don't think all the scenes and all the CGI in the film are gonna look like that. And then we get to the end of the trailer and we get fucking ninjas. Oh my God. Okay, this got me super excited for two reasons. Number one, because ninjas, Spider-Man versus ninjas. Number two, Destin Daniel Cretton is going to be who directed Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Great hand-to-hand combat in that film. And Jackie Chan's stunt team also worked on Spider-Man No Way Home, so you know that's going to be crazy on this one. I got so excited here because this kind of reminds me of Spider-Man PS4. Yeah, the Spider-Man PS4 where it, like, you know, it looks like, okay, he's outnumbered, but we're gonna get a crazy fight scene in this one. I can already tell we're gonna get a lot of crazy fight scenes in this. And the ninjas, I think, is an extremely good choice to showcase like the hand-to-hand combat and stuff. And then we get the Spider-Man Brand New Day title, and we get a little moment with Peter, Ned, and MJ. MJ kind of introduced herself, and then, you know, Peter doesn't want to say he's Peter, so he just says, I'm a neighbor from across the hall. And she says, haha, friendly neighbor, you're a very friendly neighbor, you know, kind of making a joke about it, right? I thought it was a great trailer. I genuinely think that this trailer conveyed a different tone from the first three, because brand new day, right? It's a brand new day. It's a brand new movie, brand new tone. So I think they did that perfectly. I love that Spider-Man is depressed. It sounds stupid. I love that Spider-Man is depressed. I love that, you know, we're getting the Spider-Man problems, right? We're getting the Spider-Man love issues. We're getting the Spider-Man rent issues. We're getting the Spider-Man school issues, whatever, and the Spider-Man or Peter Parker stuff, and the Spider-Man metamorphosis issues too. I think that all of that kind of reminds me of Spider-Man 2. I think that, you know, Spider-Man 2 was so good because he was going through a lot of personal problems and that metamorphosis and that internal struggle of, you know, being Spider-Man versus being Peter Parker. And I think that is a really good foundation for what kind of film they're trying to make with Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think we're going to get another trailer, but I think that this was the perfect amount of time to release the trailer. A lot of people for the last 2 months have been saying, when are we getting a trailer? When are we getting the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer? Guys, it's still 3 months away from when I'm making this video, from the trailer release. It was 3 months away. I don't think we need a trailer 6 months out. 4 months, yeah, sure, but 3 months away is still a really good amount of time for a trailer. And now just watching it, I'm like, oh my God, this movie comes out in July. So I am only 3 months away from watching this movie. And that got me excited. If I was back in January and I was like, oh my God, this comes out this year, that's cool, I wouldn't say I'd forget about it, but it wouldn't be on my mind every single day when I wake up, because that clock, like when I'm counting down the days, it's easier to count down the days from 3 months to the release date than it is from 6 months to the release date. That's just my opinion. I feel like 3 months was a good choice to what do you call it, to release the trailer. And man, I'm just excited because we got Spider-Man back on the big screen, and Destin Daniel Cretton, who also created Wonder Man, and that is a beloved show right now too. So that's very exciting. Let me know what you guys think about the trailer down below. I know there's a lot of nitpicks and stuff, and I really do want to have a conversation about this. So if you guys could just go ahead and comment down below what you think about the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. Me personally, I loved it. It's perfect. I think that the tone is what it needs to be after where we left off back in Spider-Man No Way Home. But again, if you guys have different opinions, please let me know down below in the comment section. I want to thank you for watching this video. About 15 minutes of me just rambling about Spider-Man Brand New Day. If you guys like videos like that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, do all that YouTube stuff for me, because we're going to be doing stuff like this for the rest of the year. And like I said, it's a very packed year for movies, so you don't want to miss out on all of that. I'm trying to build a little movie community over here, so if you want to join it, welcome in. All right, guys, I will talk to you in the next one. Thanks for watching again, and goodbye.